It wouldn't be an authentic Miss Malcomson lesson without the start of a dance party or read aloud, because every great lesson starts with celebration and a great story. There are a few books I am compelled to read each year that deeply root our classroom culture and inspire action within our community of second grade scholars. These titles include What Do You Do with an Idea? What Do You Do with a Chance? Say Something, and Our Table. These books share a commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. A powerful framework that has faced increasing criticism in the last year. Arthur Chan wrote, "Diversity is a fact. Equity is a choice. Inclusion is an action. And belonging is an outcome." While Maine is often cited as one of the least diverse states in the country, our schools are all inherently diverse in their own ways. This year, our classroom alone spoke 7 different languages, had family origins in over 10 countries, rejoiced in more than 6 different religions, represented various learning disabilities, and our LGBTQ+ community. As educators, it is our responsibility to create equitable opportunities for all of our scholars and close the opportunity gap by holding high expectations for every child. I believe that we can't do this alone. Reimagining our classrooms requires engaging the greater community and beyond. All the communities beyond our school walls and building meaningful partnerships that measure what matters. I am committed to nurturing this idea every single day and every single year. As a Mainer myself, who once lived in New York and found herself navigating a new home, I knew I needed to give all students and families a voice at our table and the culture of our Maine community. While still holding space for everyone's stories, I wanted to show our most vulnerable students that you're not from away, you're from here now. You are a Mainer and you belong here. I'm also captivated with our working waterfront and Maine's unique aquaculture industry. So I decided to craft a unit of study on this topic, as I was stunned to learn that many of my students had never been to the beach. They asked if we could go, and I thought to myself, why not? Why not delve into an exploration of our shores while building background knowledge for erosion and aquaculture study? We learned about the kelp industry and held a sensory workshop to touch, see, hear, taste all different kinds of kelp products harvested by our fellow Mainers and sold by local businesses. We virtually navigated the Maine Oyster Trail, discovering how essential these shellfish are to the health of our waters. This learning strengthened opportunities for math lessons related to money, sustainability, and how we help our communities when we buy local. We went on a walking field trip to our local fishmonger at Sopo Seafood, where students designed their own kelp dishes and wrote descriptive pitches for their culinary creations to be added to the menu. I've also collaborated with Luke and Lacey Holden of Luke's Lobster to facilitate a lobstering workshop where we examined and measured live lobsters, learned about the equipment and steps of lobstering, practiced trap training, and discovered what else we may find in a lobster trap. These are the lessons that feel like pure magic. Now you may be thinking, really? 7-year-olds can do this while the teacher simply becomes a facilitator? Why not? When our students are given the tools, guidance, and authentic experiences to navigate rigorous and brilliant learning, they always rise to the occasion. And now they can't stop talking about becoming kelp farmers and lobster harvesters. This is just one of many examples from our classroom of how hands-on, integrative, and collaborative approaches to curriculum support all types of learners, and every child is engaged. The beauty in diversity is that all Maine educators can tailor their lessons to celebrate their own distinctive local communities. I believe in the power of public education, where schools are at the center of our communities. Our success can be measured by what matters: the arts, problem solving and critical thinking, creativity and innovation, care for our natural environment, entrepreneurship, leadership, and the inspiring stories we bring to the table. All schools can cultivate courage and confidence by building a loving community that celebrates ideas and creates an equitable and inclusive landscape for all. This is how we thrive as a classroom, as a school, a district, a town, a county, and a state, by bringing everyone in the community to our table to advocate with and for our children and their futures. Strong communities open doors, they break barriers, and when all of our scholars, but especially our most vulnerable and underrepresented, see school as a place of safety, trust, opportunity, connection, and love, we begin crafting a future where community makes our ideas and our dreams possible. And a mindset of, you belong here, and you can thrive in our communities. Just continue to ask ourselves, why not? Regardless of where you were born, how much money your family makes, what language you speak, what pronouns you choose, or who you choose to love, where you live in our beautiful state, or your unique abilities, you belong here. So my story today is, and now this is to check for your understanding. What do you do with an idea? What do you do with a chance?
You take it.
And finally, how will you choose to say something you believe in? And who will you invite to our table? I hope you feel inspired by these powerful partnerships to collectively engage all of our communities and all of our children with public education at the center. Undoubtedly, we deeply need each other, now more than ever. Thank you.